What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success, and this video here, I'm gonna give it to you rough. And that sounds pretty dirty, it probably is. But what I mean by this is I'm gonna give it to you straight here. It's gonna sting a little bit. I'm gonna really put some pressure on you here. Because what I see are a lot of entrepreneurs who come across a roadblock, like say building a website for their brand, running Facebook ads, sourcing for their clothing brand, and they're asking these questions that literally you could solve in a simple Google search. What 99% of your success as an entrepreneur comes down to is your ability to problem solve and figure things out. So let's talk about it. Apparel Success is sponsored by my buds over at DesignCrowd. If designs are something that you need help with, I really recommend that you give them a shot. These are some of the best-selling designs on my website, and I got them all made through DesignCrowd. If you're interested, head over to designcrowd.com/apparel to learn about the special offer that I have for you, or simply use the discount code APPAREL when you post a project on DesignCrowd. I'm going to be such a dick in this video, but I think that there's some tough love that needs to be given here, and all of this is... I have the best intentions in all of this, but I get messages all the time that are like, "Hey Rob, how do you build a website for your clothing brand?" Oh, I didn't know either when I started my clothing brand, but I figured it out. Hey Rob, how do you make shirts for your clothing brand? Where do you order them from? I didn't know either when I started my clothing brand, but I found it out. I figured it out all on my very own. And if you're starting your business and the way that you're starting, you're running into these simple roadblocks, like things that a simple Google search or one quick type into YouTube, you'll be able to find the answer to. If that is halting you and slowing you down, that cannot continue. You need to realize that the main component to your success is your ability to figure things out on your own. And this is actually going to slowly turn into an inspiring message for you, because what the message is that you could build a multiple six-figure business for yourself from home without anybody else helping you, as long as you have the mindset that you're going to problem solve and figure things out as you come up against them. Like, probably the number one reason why people give up and quit is because they come across a roadblock that they could very easily get across. Like, they could very easily figure it out if they're willing to invest 2 or 3 hours into figuring it out, like pulling your hair out trying to build a website until you finally understand, how Wix works with their drag and drop technology type thing. And then finally you kind of get a hang of it. And even though it's kind of frustrating to get through, you just figure it out. Most people are like, it's just not for me. Somebody else would be able to do this if they were a website designer, but because I'm not, I should just give up, and I can't do it. It's funny. I'm kind of being ridiculous here, but honestly, this is also something that I'm telling myself right now. Like, I come across roadblocks, say, with my Facebook ads, scaling my brand, getting my brand to the next level, becoming more efficient. And there's times where I'm like, do I really want to put in the work to figure this out? Or do I just want to sort of complain that, I haven't been able to get to that next level yet? Which one's it going to be? Am I going to be, noble Rob, who is virtuous, who just stands up and figures it out and gets the job done, which I know I have inside of me? I can get to basically anywhere that I want to get in business. Or am I going to be the version of myself that's kind of lazy today, where I say, you know what, I just can't get to that next level. I can't figure it out. I'm just going to lay on my couch and watch some Netflix. That's literally what all of this comes down to. Like, we're all smart enough, we're all capable enough here, watching these videos, taking in all of this content, working on our clothing brands, to be able to figure out practically anything for our brands and to take our brands to the next level and to really improve them. Do we want to spend the time on it? Do we want to invest our energy into learning those things? That's a whole other different story, right? And this is really just some tough love for both of us. You're probably just like me, where you go online and you look up business advice to get like really good tactics and strategies to run your business. And honestly, this message that I'm giving you here of persistence and literally just sticking with something until you learn it is probably the most powerful advice that you could ever receive when it comes to growing a successful business that you will ever get in your entire life. Just understand what it is that you need to do. Like, say you haven't figured out Facebook ads yet, and that's something that you want to figure out. Okay, Facebook ads is something that you want to figure out for your clothing brand. Set time aside or just get started right now. Start working on it and don't stop until you figure it out and until you get there. That's literally it. It's just persistence. Eventually, if you work on it long enough, you will learn it. You'll be able to run successful Facebook ads for your clothing brand, and you won't be in the same position that you're in. You'll be in a new position. And then that new position will have new problems that you'll need to figure out for your brand, for your business. And then you figure out what those problems are and you solve them through your own time investment or your own money investment, both probably simultaneously. And that is the most simple but practical advice you will ever receive when it comes to you becoming successful within your business. Get focused on what it is that you need to do. Go through with it no matter how hard it is, no matter how difficult, no matter how much of a struggle, and you will eventually get to the other side. And the icing on the cake in this video is that the success really comes from the struggling and from the frustration, right? Like, this is the huge misconception in modern society. Comfort isn't where it's at. We want to be going into the uncomfortable areas. You're not going to become super jacked and fit if you're not going to the gym and if you're not eating right and sacrificing and doing all the hard things that's uncomfortable. It's the exact same thing with business. So this is kind of just a pep talk. I've just had so many DMs and so many emails. Hey, Rob, I've really been struggling to figure this out and I can't get it. And, I don't mind receiving emails like that, and it's cool. I go through struggles too, but a lot of the things that I'm getting emails about, like literally it's just a Google search, like a simple Google search. And like, how do you verify your domain on Facebook? Well, just Google it and there's like an article right there. You just figure it out and you work through it and then it's done. It's not that you shouldn't be acquiring new knowledge all the time. Of course, that's important. But honestly, what's even more important than watching random videos is looking at the problem that you're experiencing right now inside of your business, that if you could solve that problem and get over it would take you to the next level, and then consuming content on that so that you can overcome the problem, because you want the content that you're taking in to allow you to overcome the problems that you're facing inside of your business. Like if it's a Facebook ads thing, watch a crap load of videos on Facebook ads on the exact problem that you're trying to solve it, then you're on to the next problem. Watch something on that, consume content on that, solve it, then get to the next thing. Like if it's how to build a website, research it, Google it, look it up, work on it until you get over it. And then that's just how everything keeps growing. That's how everything keeps building. This is a message to myself, incognito here, because I'm at a point in my business where, I'm really on the brink of scaling my business to a whole other level. And I really need to dial in on my Facebook ads, dial in on my TikTok ads and on my advertising and my whole strategy here. And there's a whole other level for me to get to if I could just acquire a little bit more preciseness, which I'm so close to getting to. And I just need to keep working at it in order to get there. Even though my voice is cracking and it's going to be a struggle, I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to go through that pain because there's a lot of glory on the other side of that. So I hope you like this video. If you got a lot of value out of this, please hit the like button for me. It really helps me get these videos out there. And let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And if you haven't already, check out my free clothing brand marketing masterclass. All you have to do to get access is go to apparelsuccess.com/masterclass. You can watch the whole thing for free. And if you made it to this point in the video, I want to tell you about the closed Facebook group that we have for Apparel Success. Link in the description. Follow that link, join us in the group, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.